Hello everyone. We hope you are doing well and we welcome all the students. Welcome to our webinar.
Hello, good evening.
Hello everybody.
Hi everyone. Tak já na chvilku přepnu do češtiny, než všichni začneme, než se sejdeme a než se pomalu k nám připojíte. Takže my vás tady vítáme, Andy, Becky a Bára, všechny tři vás tady vítáme na našem webináři na téma My Life. A já už teďka holky takhle na chvilku zamutuju. A jenom nám prosím teďka napište, zatímco se připojujete, napište nám, ať už sledujete webinář kdekoliv, ať už sledujete webinář v English Spotu Premium na YouTube, anebo jenom na vysílací stránce, tak napište do komentářů, jestli nás dobře slyšíte, jestli tam teďka nemáte žádný hluky, ozvěny a tak dál, aby to bylo komfortní pro vás všechny. A my se do toho už za malou chviličku pustíme. Before we start, just a little or a few things about organization. Jenom pár věcí ještě k organizaci. We will try to do this webinar 80% in English. Zkusíme tenhle webinář vést tak z 80% v angličtině, s tím, že češtinu budeme používat na začátku a potom samozřejmě pro překlady a na konci, ale tu střední část bychom rádi všichni v angličtině. If you feel you don't understand or we are too quick or possibly too slow for you, just do not hesitate to tell us. Pokud na vás budeme moc rychlé, pomalé, budete mít pocit, že nerozumíte nebo něco, tak se nebojte nám to říct, napište nám to do chatu. Já se pokusím všechny chaty, které budu k dispozici mít tady sledovat, aby mi nic neuniklo, takže my to pro vás uspůsobíme samozřejmě. Alright, so what else to say? Co ještě k tomu říci? Vy, co nás sledujete, tak jste ve dvou módech takových. Někdo z vás sleduje webinář pouze na vysílací stránce, kde se na nás jen díváte, uvidíte prezentaci, uslyšíte naše povídání. A ti z vás, kteří jsou součástí, jakoukoliv součástí, ať už ve zkušební verzi nebo v plné full verzi klubu English Spot Premium, tak pokud nejste na klubové stránce, tak se tam ještě teďka rychle utíkejte. Pokud jste, tak super. A máte pod videem, máte prezentaci ke stažení, kde jsou slovíčka, která budeme dnes používat během našich povídání a je tam také webinářový kvíz. Ten kvíz si můžete už teď otevřít, protože za chvíli už budete moci ho vyplňovat a kvíz budete vyplňovat během našich 3 povídání, ke kterým za chvilku dojdeme. Takže už si všecko teďka můžete v klidu pěkně připravit, aby vás nic nezaskočilo. Okay, girls, what do you think? Shall we start?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, are we ready to start? Perfect. Okay. So the first thing I would like to talk about is our summer in English Spot Premium. Because we had, I think in our club, we had really wonderful summer. And the first question of the webinar today is, how was the summer in the club? What did we learn? And did we share any moments together? Takže ještě přeci jenom mi to nedá, trošku je řeknu česky. První, trošku takovou rozehřívací aktivitou bude naše léto v klubu. A otázka na nás i na vás, jaké bylo v našem klubu léto, co jsme se společně naučili a jestli jsme třeba společně i sdíleli nějaké momenty. I would probably start with sharing moments. Then I will ask Bara to talk about the topic that we had in the club because she is the creator of that topic. And then I will let Becky speak about summer in the club in general. So from my point of view, if we did share any moments together, definitely we did. We don't see each other personally because we are an online club. But I have to say that we have a great WhatsApp group. It's a new WhatsApp group. And there we shared many summer moments with everybody because I saw there many holiday photos, many holiday posts. And I would say that based on this, you all English Spot members had absolutely wonderful summer. because there were really beautiful photos, there were really great experiences you had, and I'm glad you took so many trips within the Czech Republic or around Europe or around the world. It's just whoever was wherever we can say, but it was really awesome. And I'm very, very happy that we can share this together, because that's why we are here. Of course, we shared it in English, so we tried to give only English comments. So that encouraged you to practice your English, and it gave us some imagination about what you were doing in summer, and it was really, really absolutely great. So thank you all, thank you guys for sharing your summer moments with us, because we are very grateful for that. So that's about our moments together. And now I would like to ask Barb, because you are the creator of our club topics of our month, and you prepared a topic for summer. So can you a little bit tell us, just for those who haven't seen the topic yet, maybe, because there might be some, or who already have, can you just tell us a little bit about the topic, My Life, and what we were doing there?
Sure. So we decided to extend the topic not only for 1 month, but obviously we did it for 2 months over the summer, because as Andy said, you guys were busy traveling and going on holiday, so we didn't want to put too much on you with learning 2 topics during the summer. So basically, we were talking 2 months about life, which I found was a really suitable topic for that long period, because when we talk about life, there's obviously a lot to talk about, and there's different ways how we can talk about lives. So it was great, and also it was very optimistic, and there's a lot of nice thing, like when it comes to inspiration, motivation, and changing our mindset and stuff like that. So we agreed with girls that we're gonna choose this topic for the summer. And yeah, for those who haven't seen my training, which I think we put up just last week, I think.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah. That's pretty much for those of you who hasn't been our members yet, maybe, or uh, I don't know, who hasn't been with us yet. We uh, we covered, or I covered in this video training, or pretty much the most interesting or important things when we talk about life. There is something about the balance of life, how to find a balance in your life, which we also going to be talking about today later on. So, and a lot of new vocabulary for you. So there was plenty to talk about, and it was actually very enjoyable topic for me, and I hope for everybody else as well. So that's all.
Okay, perfect, thank you, perfect, great. I was just checking the comments, tak já jsem jenom mezi tím checkovala nějaké komentáře. Zatím nám nikdo nepsal, jestli nás dobře slyší, takže pokud jste se připojili až teďka později, tak nám to napište, budeme moc rádi, aby jsme se tady nepovídali jen tak pro sebe. Takže určitě napište jenom třeba OK, nebo palec nahoru, nebo nám dejte like, nebo něco zkrátka, ať víme, že jste tam na druhé straně. Okay, and maybe Becky, just can you tell us a few words about, just make a conclusion of the summer in the club. Just how do you feel about it? How do you feel about summer in the club? Was it busy or mostly relaxed, or how did you feel? Because you met a lot of people in speaking lessons, conversation lessons, for example.
That's probably what I wanted to say. I was surprised when you were talking about us being busy traveling. Then actually, I would say most of our speaking conversation lessons were full and fully booked, which was very good given the time and everybody being so busy. So I feel very confident about the summer, comfortable, people were engaging. And even on WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram, it feels like the club doesn't stop even when the world does, and we go on a break and we try to relax. So that was very, very, it was good news. on our side, I think. But we were busy creating content anyway, but still, there were viewers.
I absolutely agree.
So that's good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Absolutely. Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. Well, we got one message from one of our students that everything works perfectly. Tak jsme dostali tady aspoň zprávu. Někdo nám, Marie Hladíková, nám tady napsala OK, takže děkujeme, Marie. Takže víme, že to všechno funguje. And we can get down to work. Můžeme se dát do práce. So what are we gonna do now? Co nás čeká teď? Now, the time starts when you have to get ready and you will be asked to listen carefully, we can say, and trying to understand our speeches, because the three of us, me, Barb, and Becky, have prepared separate speeches about or on the topic 3 things that we couldn't live without. In Czech, 3 věci, bez kterých bychom nemohli žít. And this topic was kind of discussed in WhatsApp group, and some of you wrote your 3 things, and we promised to tell you about our 3 things. So the time starts now. I will give a little explanation in Czech. Ještě malinko dám přeci jen vysvětlení v češtině, nedá mi to, co budeme teďka dělat. Takže teď začíná ta hlavní část našeho společného večera. Hlavní a asi nejdelší, která nás čeká, protože teď vy se připravte, nastražte uši a budeme vám my 3 povídat o našich 3 věcech, bez kterých bychom nemohli žít. A co se týče prezentace, pokud máte staženou prezentaci, tak si můžete už najet, já to dám samozřejmě i sem na obrazovku, Barb's vocabulary, takže první bude Barča. Barča použije tahle slovíčka, která tady vidíte v té vocabulary, v té slovní zásobě. A ti z vás, kteří mají přístup ke kvízu v klubu English Spot Premium, si už teď můžete otevřít kvíz, protože tam je pro každou z nás 3 až 4 otázky, tam jsou. Půjdeme v pořadí Barb, me, Andy and Becky. Takže půjdeme v tomto pořadí, čili Barča, Andy a Becky. A vy během toho našeho povídání si můžete vyplňovat kvíz, protože jsou tam otázky právě na tyto povídací části. So, get ready, guys. I think we can start very quickly. Just girls, tell me, is there only the presentation or our faces too? Jenom mi holky řekněte, protože já tam teďka nevidím. Jsou tam na té obrazovce i naše obrázky, nebo je tam jen ta prezentace? Co tam teď vidíme? Já jsem vás asi zamutovala. Tak. Pardon.
Obojí.
Tváře
i prezentace. Jo.
A tváře máme všechny stejně velké. Nejsme tam někdo. Je to tak. Není tam někdo ve větším obrazku.
Ne.
Super. OK, já se radši ptám. Tak, já to přeci jenom možná udělám. Jo, bude tam prezentace. OK. So, I will mute myself and Becky now. And Barb, it will be your turn. You can start talking and your vocabulary will appear on the screen very briefly. So.
Thank you, Andy. All right, so let me start with this quite a complicated question. So when Andy asked to prepare something and talk about my life, I was kind of stuck for a while because I kind of didn't know where to start and how to take it. But it took a while thinking about it. Basically, my life has been adventure so far, and I definitely can say that I have a kind of extraordinary lifestyle, which obviously comes with a lot of extra stress and stuff, but it's fun. But yeah, me and my family, we've had food in 2 places pretty much for 3 years now. And yeah, it comes with a lot of changes, a lot of challenges, and also a lot of sacrifices from our side. Also, as I mentioned, stress, of course, it's part of it. But, there are days when I really need to challenge myself and I have to focus on the good. And I have to be very adjustable, and so as my family, especially 2 boys, because we travel quite a lot, and we basically now are in the stage when we are like for 3 months are in Czech Republic, then for 3 months are in United States, sometimes also going to Spain and other countries, but hopefully it's gonna calm down at the end of this year, so we are almost at the end of this moving process. But yeah, as time goes, I learned to live without many things actually, which I thought I need, but I actually don't need. And I realized I can't fight myself by keeping those things in my life. Of course, there are still things which I need and I cannot live without. And whenever I make sure I have those things in my reach. So basically, the first thing I cannot live without is my passport, because the way we live right now. So that's one thing I need to have. The other thing I really cannot live without, at least not for a long time, is the sunshine. So because I really love sun and warm weather, so we try to be in warm places most of the year, and we are kind of like follow the sun around the globe, which is a part of why we sometimes move from place to place, but that's just the way it is. And I guess the third thing I really need and I cannot live without is love. And not only love, like feeling to be loved, but also giving love to my children and to my partner, family, friends. And I'm really happy that I can still stay in touch with everybody thanks to technologies which we have right now. So that makes it so much easier to actually be able to live in two different places. So yeah, I love just sitting back in sunshine, relaxing, and watching my boys play. And basically those are the only things I wouldn't be able to live without. On the other hand, there is many things I definitely can live without, and I'm happy that I was able to break many habits, which sometimes I feel like make people addicted, like buying things which we don't really need, being online. Sorry for the noise. Somebody is fixing the roof today. Sorry. And so on. So I mean, of course, I still need internet because that's part of my work, and without internet, I can't be here with you today. But for example, when it comes to TV, no way. This is for me total waste of time, and yeah, I feel like every time when we're watching TV, we're kind of just, we can do something else. So for me, TV is a definitely wasting time activity, and that's why we just try to not, or we just don't. We rather go outside or play some board games together or something else, but trying to keep away from TV as much as possible, at least for us. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Barb. It's been perfect. I'm with you on that with the TV, because I absolutely agree that's one thing that it's not necessary.
Yeah.
And it's very easy. It's very easy to get used to not watching it. Well, for me,
Yeah.
the same, because I've been without the TV for 9 years now. I don't have it, or actually, I do have the screen, but only for playing films. It's not connected, which is great.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Thank you for your speech. Great. All right. Super. Tak jo. Takže to Barča povídala a necháme vám chviličku, kdo děláte kvízek, abyste si to, protože jak jste zjistili, dnes to není úplně tak jednoduché, jak to bývá. Trošku jsme na vás přitvrdili, protože některým z vás, pro některé z vás ty webináře byly jednoduché, takže Barča nemluvila úplně tak jednoduše, nemluvila v tom pořadí, ve kterém třeba jsou ty otázky. A je to tady na vás, abyste si to trošičku dali dohromady. Samozřejmě, když si můžete udělat i ze záznamu, protože v klubu bude webinář ze záznamu a zůstane i záznam samozřejmě pro vás, kdo nejste v klubu a díváte se na vysílací stránce, tak tam se můžete na webinář podívat i později. Takže si můžete celé povídání přehrát znovu. All right, good. So I think we are ready for the second speech. It's mine. So I'll share my vocabulary and we'll start slowly. Just need to settle down with everything because I'm just doing too many technical things. So then that doesn't allow me to think about what I want to say. So yeah, but now I'm ready. Okay. So as Bara spoke about her life and changes in her life, I can say that there have been many changes in my life over the last year or 2 years too. But compared to Barb, there have been many changes that made me be more calm, I would say like this, because I used to be a big traveler. I used to be like, I never used to be at home, and I was really scattered, we can say, all over the world. But ending up my professional music career or professional career of a musician brought me to the situation that I started to be well settled at home. And that was something completely new to me. And I have to confess that first 6 months, I felt good because I was relaxing, because I had been terribly tired after those 10 or almost 11 years of touring the world, which have been very demanding and sometimes exhausting, but definitely rewarding on the other hand. But after those 6 months, I started to, I don't want to say to be bored, but I started to feel I was missing something. And the thing I was missing most was music. And that's my first thing I really cannot live without. And I came to the point, or I got to the point that I realized that music is really a part of my life and I cannot do without it. It's just impossible for me. And so I started playing back at home. I started playing with my friends somewhere just for fun. And time to time, I also still play with my band. I do some shows because I found that it is really, really very difficult to cut the touch with music and not getting back to it. So, because why? Music makes me feel free. Like when I am on stage, I feel absolutely super free, and moreover, it recharges my batteries. I'm not shy, and I'm not scared or worried or nervous when I get on stage. Because I'm happy when I go on stage and see the audience around, and you can hear them scream, you can hear them or see them clapping hands and everything. It's just amazing feeling to me that makes me feel alive, makes me feel free, and gives me a lot of energy. That's what music gives me, and I hope it will be like that forever. And even though I have finished with the official music career, music will be a part of my life forever, because I just found out that I really cannot live without it. The other thing I really couldn't live without is the same like Barbara's, and it's sunshine. And I absolutely have to agree with Barb that the sun is just again, it just makes you feel alive. And I need sun for my life. In the Czech Republic, winters are sometimes very dark, and there are many days without sun. And then when you just see the first ray of sun, you feel much better. You get better mood. You feel healthier even. You feel fine. You feel everything's better. And I think that is what sun gives us. It gives us the sense of good health, of good mood, and you just feel that everything is all right. So I try to follow the sun too. Fortunately, this year in the Czech Republic, we have had many sunny days. So I didn't miss traveling because we had tropical island in the Czech Republic. I can say that really here, but probably it was in the whole Europe, but here there were really scorching or boiling days, but full of sunshine, and I was really very happy to see the sunshine. I can say I'm kind of addicted to sunshine. Probably like almost everybody, except for those who are allergic to sun. But sun is just a must. Yeah. So that's the second thing. And when I was thinking about the third, because there are actually many things I couldn't live without, and I don't mean these are just things like mobile phone and computers, but really things that make your life interesting and colorful. And for me, surprisingly, it is food. But what kind of food? Definitely not junk food, but healthy food. Because I found out that I love eating healthily. On the other hand, time to time, I like to take a sin and eat some hamburger or chips or ice cream, or those things that that kind of are like forbidden. So I'm definitely not a veggie, I'm not a vegan or anything like that. I eat everything, but I try to focus on healthy food. I can say I'm keen on eating healthily, because one thing is that it makes my body feel good, and the other thing is that okay, I can say it's cool these days because everybody tries to eat healthily. But on the other hand, you can simply be deceived by that, because I think, or in my opinion, some food that is said to be healthy actually isn't. Because if you look at the content, wow, that's incredible what it includes or contains. So I think it's necessary to choose really food that is healthy. That means it is grown somewhere in healthy conditions. It doesn't contain those unnecessary things that shouldn't be in things we eat actually. And the origin of food is very important. Of course, what I love most is the food from my grandma's garden, because she's got a big garden with cucumbers, tomatoes, and everything. And that's which is just perfect to me. So I do visit her very often in summer. So that's it. Yeah, I also try to search for some interesting healthy recipes, trying to cook something new, extraordinary, because I don't like having the same food on and on. I really try. I like trying new stuff, our good stuff. But in general, I think that healthy lifestyle is in nappies in the Czech Republic and in the world too, because as I said before, there are many things we can be deceived by, and we simply believe that we eat healthily, but we don't, and actually we can eat some stuff that do or does harm to our body in long term. So I think that healthy lifestyle will be progressing in the future. I hope to the better days that maybe we will really eat food with great origin. So that's the third thing I couldn't live without. Yeah, it's healthy food. And I think that's it, as I've been talking for quite a long time. So I think I'm done. And we'll take a little break again. Takže maličko zase dáme pauzičku. And Becky will get ready for the third speech. Takže dáme prostor teď Becky. A vy nám klidně mezi tím pište do chatu, jak rozumíte, nebo se nás můžete i na něco zeptat. Pokud vás něco zaujalo, můžete se nás třeba zeptat, budeme moc rádi. Bylo by to fajn, kdyby v angličtině, ale samozřejmě můžete se klidně zeptat třeba i v češtině. And I think we can start. Becky, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Okay. So good. So over to you.
Okay. Do you have the presentation? Because I don't see it, so I just want to make sure. Can you hear me?
Can't you see the presentation? Didn't you see that? I've just shared it.
I could, but then you are not replying, so you cannot hear me.
Yeah, but
right?
no. I can, but I muted myself.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was there for a second. Yeah.
Yeah. We can all hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm the last one. Good evening, everyone. When I was in a very similar situation to Barbara when I was thinking about, okay, gosh, what will I speak about? What is my topic? I have so many things I cannot live without, so many things I can be without. But then maybe I will start with a very boring or stereotypical topic for a lot of people. But recently I have witnessed what not being in a good health state means when I was surrounded by a seriously sick person in my close family. And I learned that to me, even though I'm very, very young, so I don't think about these things very often or daily, it would be good physical health and also good mental health. These are the two things that if I don't have these two, that I'm not able to enjoy all the other things that I cannot live without. So that's why that would be my number one. And I think it was inevitable situation when I saw the person I'm talking about. I'm not going to name them, and just to witness what they have been through sort of changes your approach to life, changes your approach to stress, approach to work, approach to free time, the relationship to yourself. So probably this would be my number priority that I aim towards all the time. The second thing, and it goes together with the good and physical health, which is sports. What I find about myself is that I become very grumpy if I don't have my physical activity. If it's hiking, if it's dancing, if it's going for a walk. Who I believe you probably, most of you know me well, and you know that I love hiking and walking. So if I'm not able to do these things every day, or let's say 5 times a week, then I become very grumpy. So I'm not a good sitter on the couch. I will not be a pleasant company on the couch. If I'm sick, then maybe. If I'm tired, but then if there is sunshine outside, I will really, really be very, very grumpy. So to me, the good health, physical health, all together with sports activity or activities is a must, absolute must in my life. And probably the most recent life-changing experience that I've done would be my 200 kilometer long walk to Santiago that I did with my partner, which slowly leads me to the second topic, or the second thing that I cannot live without, which is creating partnerships and building relationships. To me, it's all about creativity. It's about, as Barbara mentioned before, it's about love. But mainly when we were in on the Santiago trip together, you would be surprised how much you learn about or about each other when you are in pain, physical pain, mental pain. A lot of questions were raised that we sort of had to figure out in our own heads, but we shared these moments together. So to me, the second thing, if I weren't able to create or live or be able to build a foundation of a partnership or relationship or friendship, it doesn't really matter if it's a teacher or a student, it's still a relationship, then I don't think I would really survive. So this is my thing number two. And the third thing that I also cannot live without, and that was probably the hardest to come up with, would be passion. Whatever I am doing, there must be some purpose. If it's washing the dishes, I need to know why I am doing it. I cannot really do senseless activities or just do random activities without thinking about them, without processing, without self reflecting. I find also very useful to have a personal coach. I'm not ashamed to say it. That's why I call her a personal coach, because she's literally guiding me through my life, helping me with my career, again, relationships, my good physical and mental health, So really doing meaningful, purposeful activities is very, very crucial and important to me. And what is critical is to be passionate about something. I'm passionate about English. I'm passionate about my family. I'm definitely passionate about the science that we do at my personal work outside of this club. So I need to feel passion. Otherwise, again, I become very, very grumpy. And then I feel like I'm miserable. And I also take things for granted and I lose my gratitude just because I do not think about things too much. So I literally have to force myself. It's like an exercise, daily or weekly exercise, just to sit down and spend some time with Becky. So these are the three things: physical activity, passion, and relationships. That's all about me.
Thank you, Becky. It's been great. Perfect. Okay. So I hope you all understood. Tak já doufám, že jste, protože vás pár sleduje online, tak jste rozuměli. Pokud sledujete ze záznamu, samozřejmě máte výhodu, že si můžete zastavit a poslechnout znovu. Ale i vy, co sledujete online, tak o tuhle výhodu samozřejmě nepřijdete. Takže já se za chviličku už podívám, nebo až ke konci, ještě ne. Ještě dáme čas, ale podívám se, jestli už někdo třeba vyplnil kvíz a jak se mu to povedlo, jestli tam máme nějakého winner, nějakého výherce, 100%, který třeba získá 100%, tak jsem sama zvědavá. And we would also like to talk today about work-life balance. And then we would like to ask you some questions. Ještě bychom chtěli mluvit dneska trošku o work-life balance, který se vlastně silně dotýká toho celkového tématu My Life. A pak na vás budeme mít ještě nějaké otázky. So when it comes to the topic of work-life balance, I think we were discussing this topic a little bit in the club in the summer too, or in my conversation lessons there were some discussions, and I guess that girls also touched this topic. What is work-life balance, Barb? What does work-life balance mean to you, for example? How do you perceive that? How do you understand
Never-ending
it?
battle. No, it's yeah. It is tough. It is definitely tough, but as everything else, I think it's super important to sit down and set up the priorities for everybody, because that's actually quite interesting thing in my last video training about the life, where I was talking about this really interesting tool which people use, and I've been recommended to try it to. It's called Wheel of Life, where you basically set up your different priorities, your areas in life, which can be family, work, fun, whatever. Everybody has something else, and then you set up how much time do you actually really want to spend with that specific area, and you're trying to find the balance so you feel satisfied with what comes up like a perfect circle for you, or wheel, which obviously is very difficult sometimes. For me, it is homeschooling the older child, taking care of the little one, teaching classes, spend some time with my partner, of course, those other random things which I usually try to push like a last, because they are not my priority, but of course they need to be done at some point. So yeah, it is really like kind of a project for everybody to find the balance. I know a lot of people who don't care at all, and their life seems to be totally in balance, while you always spend some time thinking
The lucky ones.
so it's kind of like you know, but I think it's really interesting, and it's a part of life which where you spend that extra time, you can actually learn something about yourself, and obviously it comes with the age, because your priorities changes in a life. So yeah, for me, it is never-ending story, and I'm always trying to figure out how it worked the best for everybody. But
Yeah, but it's a hard job.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Okay. So those who haven't done the training yet, just do it in the club. Takže vy, kteří jste ještě neviděli Barči závěrečný trénink, je to jenom maličko vás navedu, je to v oddílu vlastně téma měsíce. Tematické měsíce najdete v sekci Živě s námi a tam je vlastně trénink od Barb a je tam to, co ona zmiňovala teďka v tom jejím anglickém povídání. Je to takový speciální tool, nástroj, můžeme říci, který se jmenuje Wheel of Life, neboli tedy kolo života a vy si ho tam z Barb můžete právě projít, samozřejmě v angličtině, a udělat si váš nebo kruh, asi možná spíše kruh života, bychom to mohli přeložit. Že? Takže můžete si i udělat takovýhle v podstatě research vašeho work-life balance, jak jste na tom. Becky, would you have any tips, like 2 tips, how to improve your work-life balance? Would you advise anything to students?
Not really advice because everyone is different, but what is working for me is understanding I keep saying Barbie because I have a friend Barbara, but she wants to be called Barbie. So I apologize if I say Barbie.
That's all right.
So as you were saying before, it's about understanding your values and then really looking for the resources that can help you achieve that on a daily basis, weekly basis. But I think it's about healthy surroundings and healthy workplace, healthy home, healthy relationships, and then it all becomes very healthy here as well. Relationship with your manager at work, with your students here in the club. So it's really about understanding you first, and then everything just happens randomly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's very helpful. Perfect. So maybe you students can also give us some tips on how you work with your work-life balance, and if you think you have a good work-life balance or you need to improve something, just share with us. Klidně to s náma i studenti můžete sdílet, jaký třeba je váš work-life balance a co třeba děláte, nebo nějaké tipy na to, jak to vylepšit. Třeba jste někdo i na tom už někdy pracovali, takže můžete s námi pozdílet. And some more questions about life, just general questions about life. The first question will be to you students, to our dear students, dear English students, and we would like to know, what is your passion you cannot be without? Takže teď se ptáme vás studentů, jaká je vaše vášeň, bez které nemůžete být. Nemusí to být 3 věci, ale napište nám teďka do chatu, kamkoliv, na jakoukoliv platformu, napište nám passion, vášeň, nebo může to být samozřejmě věc, je to jedno, zkrátka věc, vášeň, bez které nemůžete být. Nějaká aktivita, něco, co máte rádi, nebo může to být i člověk, může to být zvířátko třeba, cokoliv. Zkrátka, bez čeho byste opravdu nemohli žít. Klidně napište jenom jedno slovo, jedno anglické slovo, co to je, nemusíte to dávat do vět a já se za chviličku podívám, jestli nám někdo něco napsal. Budeme moc rádi. And there are 3 more questions, so girls, if you agree, each of us can answer 1, if you are fine.
Yep.
So I don't know if you have chosen already.
So I think it's your turn, Andy.
Okay, good.
Fine.
Fine, perfect. Okay. So I will start with a question. Do you think having a job can be a passion, or is it a must most of the time? Because here, to this question, I have absolutely clear answer, perfectly clear, I would say, because I think that having your job must be a passion. So I don't mean that the job must be a must, like that you have to hate your job and you just have to go to earn only money and just hate it and do it only because you need that money, that wage. I think that any job you do must be, okay, it doesn't have to be 100% passion, that you have to be absolutely keen on waking up in the morning and you can't wait to get to the office. I think it doesn't work like this, because actually that's what people very often confuse. They read some book, some self-help book, or some self-development book, which the books all say the same. They say, follow your heart, do what you love. And then the people keep asking themselves, but do I really love it? Do I love it enough? And I think that's where they get stuck, because like, for example, with my job, I'm passionate about English, I'm passionate about music, but there were days, or there have been days, when I just didn't want to go and make a show. I just didn't want to go and teach English. Yeah, that's like that. But fortunately, these moments were very brief, very short. But in general, if you count it all together, I think it must be a kind of passion. But maybe one advice to everyone: don't search for 100% passion. It doesn't have to be, because there are always dark sides, in, I think, in every activity you do. But on the other hand, if you really do hate your job, like detest your job, give it up and do something else. Yeah, because then it will kill you. Like, literally. So,
Great.
so that's my answer to this question. I will just put the questions back so that you could see other ones. So I don't know who wants to talk now, with Barb or Becky, and your question you have chosen.
You can go, Becky.
Okay. So sorry, I don't see it very well. So let me do it. Remember most researching experience. Okay, I like this one. Have you ever found yourself at a crossroads in your life? When? What happened? I think typical crossroads for me, as a lot of young people, was leaving the university and then understanding, okay, I have my degree. What do I do? Because you learn about the theory at school, but then there is the practical life. You understand how little theory is really there, how it's all about practice, how it actually works in the real life. So that was a big crossroad. First of all, when I was 19, to really know, okay, what do I want to? There is this stigma in the society that you have to choose what you want to do forever. I don't know why, for some reason, it feels like we always need to stick with one purpose or passion and then just stick with it forever. Why can't we just change industries or change our positions? There was one crossroad. Therefore, I did not go to university right then because I didn't know which one. And I told myself that I wasn't willing to waste 6 or 3 years for something I was not really convinced about. So I left and I improved my English and I did all the traveling. And then I came back more settled and I did the school. So that's probably these crossroads. And then really looking for who I am, which is something that the school will never help you with, to understand who you really are, who you want to be in your workplace. If this is your passion, you can be good at school, but maybe you are not good in reality. So, yeah, these two crossroads, the student and the adult, earning money. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Yeah. I think that makes sense, really. Yeah. Perfect. Fine. And I think, Barb, you have no choice.
That's
But I
it.
hope.
Go with the one choice.
But I hope you're ready for that
Sure,
question.
of course. I'm just gonna have to also make it bigger. Okay. Do you remember your most recent life-changing experience? Oof. Girls, you didn't make it easy for me. Okay, most recent. Well, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, for me, when you say a life-changing experience, it must be something very, either unfortunately tragical, which is not a good experience, or it can be something great. I have to say, or knock, that I haven't had anything tragic to happen to me lately or recently. And then it appears it's going to be probably me becoming a mom. It would be definitely big change. my life, kind of. Since then, I don't know, nothing really like would happen. What would like totally change my way of life, like that I would start to think in a different way or something. So yeah, it probably was number one and number two, which brought even more destruction and of course happiness too to our life. So yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Mhm. Thank you. Amazing. Yeah, I thought that you would say this.
Yeah, that's why you kept it from me.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a real big thing. Yeah. It's
Kind
really
a little bit.
Okay, thank you so much. And we get some answers from students. Mezitím tady mám nějaké odpovědi, tak píše nám tady Petr. For the last 2 years, I can't be without English. Wow, that's really perfect. That happens very often that when we have some webinar or workshop, people keep telling us how English is really their passion, how they love it. Tak je to až neuvěřitelně vlastně, jak hodně studentů nám tohleto říká, že milujou angličtinu, že nemůžou bez té angličtiny být. Je to hodně i, se to objevuje v komentářích. Myslím, že teď tam zrovna taky běžel na nějaký příspěvek, nějaký zase podobný komentář vlastně ohledně angličtiny. Myslím, že to bylo na Becky příspěvek, tuším, že pondělní v naší skupině facebookový. A my vám za to moc děkujeme, studenti, protože je to úplně samozřejmě super. Samozřejmě si u nás tím šplhnete, dostanete od nás takovou malou jedničku, protože nás to nesmírně těší, ale taky to značí to, že ta naše práce má smysl. A to je pro nás to nejdůležitější, protože to je to, co nás v podstatě pohání vpřed. A pokud opravdu vy to máte takhle, že, nebo většina z vás, nebo hodně z vás to má, takže miluje angličtinu a opravdu je to big passion, velká vášeň v životě, tak to je naprosto fantastický, protože zkrátka nic většího si nemůžou lektorky angličtiny přát v podstatě než tohle. Takže moc děkujeme Petrovi. A máme tady Terku z klubu Coffee and Cafe. Oh yes, Coffee and Cafe. Káva a kavárničky. Tak, to je taky určitě.
Because Tereska also has a little baby.
Yes. And I think, Barb, you love coffee too.
Yes, I love coffee too.
So you're on the same wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that coffee is a really great thing as well. So, and I like the smell of coffee. Mm-hmm. When you smell it, you feel that's something that probably is already saved in our brains. That when most people smell coffee, they feel relaxed. Yeah. Because they know that something good is coming. Okay, perfect. Tak jo, takže to mám zatím komentáře. No a já už jsem si všimla, že už se nám pár lidí i zapojilo do kvízu, ale my než si řekneme výsledky, než někomu pogratulujeme, protože už jsem tam zahlídla, že někomu se kvíz povedl na 100%, tak mi dovolte ještě trošičku vás tady seznámit s našimi aktivitami, protože my jsme teď v klubu v podstatě, i to léto bylo poměrně aktivní, ale co nás ještě čeká dál? Jsou to většinou klubové aktivity, English Spot Premium, ale samozřejmě nic nebrání i nečlenům, takzvaným klubovým, aby se do té naší party přidali. Dneska, už teda bohužel dneska, pokud bude velký zájem, tak to možná ještě prodloužíme, ale už o moc nebudeme, maximálně tak o 2 dny. Tak dneska končí akce na měsíční členství v klubu, kdy tam máme 1+1, to znamená, vy si koupíte měsíc, ten měsíc stojí 399 korun, takže je to v podstatě cena jedné anglické lekce, ani to ne, vlastně za měsíc. A když si koupíte jedno členství, tak my vám to členství automaticky prodloužíme vlastně na 2. Takže akce 1+1, ta běží už opravdu do dnešní půlnoci. K tomu tam ještě máme, teď se nám toho sešlo víc, protože začíná školní rok, takže studenti jsou motivovaní. Do zítřka, do 1. září, je tam ještě možnost vlastně jakéhokoliv kurzíku na stránkách andreatoušová.cz s 50% slevou, s tím, že tohle je možné využít na to roční členství v klubu. To znamená, když by někdo opravdu viděl, že English is his passion, že je opravdu angličtina jeho velkou vášní, tak může využít teďka těchto 50%, když si vlezete na stránky andreatoušová.cz, dáte si tam výuka jazyků, tak se vám tam zobrazí kódík, který zadáte do objednávky a automaticky se vám vlastně odečte 50% z ceny. Takže můžete to využít i na roční členství, na měsíční ne, protože tam zase máme akci 1+1, takže ono je to vlastně to samé. Můžete to využít tedy na roční členství v klubu English Spot Premium. No a co nás čeká za aktivity? The best activity of this autumn. Naprosto nejlepší aktivita tohoto podzima, a my se na ní s Barčou i Becky moc těšíme, bude naše anglická výzva. My už jsme výzvy dělali, možná se potom Holek ještě zeptám, tak se když tak připravte, možná se vás zeptám jenom maličko v rychlosti na minulé výzvy, ale takže nebudu úplně to teď tady zmiňovat, ale výzvy už jsme dělali a teď nám začíná 15. září, přijde vám brzy pozvánka, protože teď jsme to teprve spustili, začínáme měsíční výzvu, která se jmenuje Nastartuj anglickou slovní zásobu. A bude to výzva pro úplně všechny jazykové úrovně, protože se bude jednat o slovíčka a bude to děláno formou takových krátkých 3 až 8, dejme tomu v průměru minutových videí, takže dejme tomu průměr třeba 5 minut. Zkrátka tak, abyste si k angličtině mohli sednout opravdu každý den na těch 5 minut a něco nového jste se naučili. Najdete taky na stránkách andreatoušová.cz nebo si zadejte i English Spot Premium, ono vás to potom tam dovede. Takže tahle ta výzva, pokud budete chtít, je to výzva zdarma, bude to trvat měsíc a už teď se do výzvy můžete hlásit, abyste nezmeškali začátek. Tak jenom tak v rychlosti, Barčo nebo Becky, jedna z vás, je to jedno, kdo budete chtít. Jaký třeba máte zkušenosti, nebo jaký máme zkušenosti s výzvama v klubu?
Skvělý. Já myslím, že zatím skvělý, teda alespoň za mě většinou ty výzvy nás všechny tak krásně nastartují, takže nám všem dodají takový nový elán zase se do toho učení a měli jsme výzvy třeba na slovíčka, už jsme měli vlastně jednu slovní zásobu, už jsme jeli, pak jsme měli frázový slovesa, myslím taky, a business výzvu vlastně měla Becky taky. Takže je to fajn, že člověk opravdu má takovou nenucenou potřebu se každý den té angličtině pověnovat chvilinku.
A Becky, myslíš, že student to zvládne měsíc v kuse 5 minut denně?
Já myslím, že když si spočítá, kolik do toho vloží s učitelem nebo třeba u knihy 2 hodiny denně, tak určitě. Vlastně cílem té výzvy je, a to pak uslyšíte během té výzvy, ale tak jenom stručně říct, vlastně zefektivnění toho a ukázání, že se to dá dělat i jinak než takovou tou potřebu. Tak já si k tomu sednu, i když jsem unavená a dívat se třeba, jako se podívám na film, tak se podíváte na video se mnou s Barčo nebo s Andy. Takže asi
a ještě k tomu bude krátký.
Ano, tak.
Takže super, jo.
Takže dá.
Já si myslím, že jo, a my studentům věříme. Takže my se na to fakt moc těšíme, protože zase to bude taková doba, kdy vlastně budeme víc pospolu, protože se budeme vídat v podstatě každý den. A ty výzvy opravdu ty minulé, to nám můžou i tady studenti možná do chatu potvrdit, že to mělo obrovský efekt. Pro tu výzvu nemusíte nutně být členy klubu, je to samozřejmě lepší, protože v klubu je to pohodlnější, ale ty výzvy pojedou i na sociálních sítích, takže opravdu spíše potřeba si tam hodit ten registrační e-mail, abyste potom dostali včas informace, ale poběží to téměř všude. No a poslední věc, na kterou vás chceme pozvat, je English Weekend, je víkend s angličtinou pro vás, zase to zopakuji, for those who are passionate about English, takže pro vás, který máte angličtinu jako vášeň a chcete si zároveň samozřejmě naučit anglicky, ale zároveň si i trochu odpočinout. Ten víkend nebude dělaný ve stylu, že se budeme tam učit drtit 12 hodin denně, protože to by nás asi, si myslím, odvařili ty 2 dny. Takže my to propojíme opravdu s výukou angličtiny, ale zároveň s relaxem, s tím, že samozřejmě pojedeme tam kvůli angličtině, takže se budeme učit, ale budeme to pro vás dělat velmi kreativní formou. Budou tam nějaké od her přes třeba myšlenkové mapy, které si tam budeme vytvářet, budeme tam dělat různé rozhovory, modelové konverzace a hodně ten víkend chceme přizpůsobit i vám, kteří pojedete a vlastně, až se nám nahlásíte, zeptat se vás, co byste chtěli co vás té angličtině třeba trápí a kde byste se chtěli zlepšit, protože ten víkend bude pro zhruba tak 10 lidí max, to vypadá, takže to bude skutečně malá skupinka a budeme tam opravdu mít čas se věnovat každému. A je to víkend 39. až 2.10., je to pátek až neděle. Informace o tom najdete zase buď v klubu English Spot Premium, nebo je to i přímo na stránkách andreatoušová.cz, když si prokliknete. Ale pozor, tento víkend je pouze pro členy klubu, protože je tam i velmi, velmi příjemná cena. Já si teďka nepamatuju z hlavy, ale ta cena je opravdu na dnešní poměry jako super low. Takže tohle je v podstatě VIP akce pouze pro členy klubu. Takže kdo byste chtěli na víkend se mnou a s Barčou, tak se připojíte do klubu. Baru, máš k tomu něco, k tomu víkendu? Chtěla bys k tomu něco zmínit?
Nenapadá mě nic jiného, než co jsi řekla, takže asi ne. Každopádně doufám, že to klapne nakonec a že se nám opravdu tam dohlásí ten zbytek lidí, protože už tam nějaký lidi přihlášený jsou, že? A že si to budeme moct společně užít. No. Je spousta věcí, které se dají v angličtině dělat zábavnou formou, které třeba ještě ani nevíte a myslím si, že jak já, tak Andrej se vás budeme snažit nějak namotivovat, aby vás opravdu ta angličtina spíš bavila, než aby vás to nutilo se jí učit. Takže.
Určitě. Takže pokud budete chtít, je to v Krkonoších, poslední zářijový víkend nebo přelom září října. Už tam máme nějaké rezervace, ale teprve v podstatě jsme s tím vyjeli, takže budeme teprve posílat pozvánky, no a budeme se na vás moc těšit. Kdyby vás k tomu cokoliv zajímalo, můžete nám i napsat na e-mail, kdybyste třeba ty informace nemohli najít, protože je toho v podstatě poměrně hodně.
It's family friendly, right? So maybe we should
yeah. Yeah, you can take your partner, your kids, or your dog. Well, I'm not sure with pets, but definitely partner and kids, yeah. Určitě můžete vzít rodinu. Není nutné se tam učit anglicky, jde tam zaplatit i ubytování bez programu anglického, takže to je všecko už vlastně v domluvě a myslím si, že někdo už tam ze spoťáku dokonce i bere rodinu, takže budeme moc rádi, když se přidáte. Já myslím, že to bude moc prýma a že si to společně užijeme. Okay. So, I think that we are approaching to an end, but first I would like to have a look at our winners. Tak já se ještě tady podívám na naše vítěze. Fanfáru nemám, takže nevadí, tak si ji představte. A máme tady 2 studenty, kteří splnili kvíz na 100%, je jich tam teda víc, kteří už splnili, ale já zmíním jenom ty 100%. A to je Renáta Králová, naše Renáta Navrátilová. Congrats on your wedding, by the way. We didn't know, it was a big news for us. And Šárka Kucharčíková, taky spotěčka, už naše taková, která s námi je déle. Takže gratulujeme Renátě a Šárce za 100% porozumění a 100% zvládnutí kvízu, ale gratulujeme i vám ostatním, protože vlastně zatím nikdo tam nešel pod 80%, neboli pod 80%, takže ty výsledky jsou super. I think that you are great. Well, you're really doing so well that there will be time when we will have nothing to teach you. Jestli se vám bude takhle dařit, studenti, tak už vás za chvíli nebudeme víc co učit. Takže a já samozřejmě doufám, že tohle někdy přijde, protože samozřejmě, i když angličtinu se učíme celý život, ale že se dostanete do fáze, kdy opravdu v té angličtině budete jako ryba ve vodě. Okay, girls, would you like to say something at the end of our webinar? Chtěli byste ještě něco studentům vzkázat, říct, pochválit je, namotivovat je? Anything interesting?
Becky?
Já se zrovna chtěla říct. No, gratuluju teda Renči i Šárce za to, že porozuměli, byť každá mluvíme jinak a jinak rychle, ale že jste porozuměli, takže gratulace tam. Zároveň bych já vám za sebe i za holky chtěla poděkovat k velké aktivitě v létě, že jste si našli na nás čas i chuť, i když třeba jste byli někde na cestách, nebo člověk má v létě u toho sluníčka přeci jen i jiné starosti než angličtinu, takže za to moc děkujeme. No, obecně ti, kteří jsou s námi, tak děkujeme, že jste s námi, a ti, kteří přemýšlí, že by se přidali, tak snad vnímáte tu hodnotu, kterou se do toho snažíme vložit a myslím, že je to hlavně asi o té energii 3 holek, které vlastně mají jeden společný cíl a to je rozdávat lásku k angličtině. Takže děkujeme za to.
Thank you, Becky. It's been perfect. Okay. So I think we can finish. That's all for today, guys. And thank you for joining us. We really appreciate that. We are grateful for that. And we hope to see you soon in the club or anywhere in an English course, wherever. And have a great evening or day, because Barb has just had lunch probably. And that's all. See you next time. Have a nice time and take care. Bye.
Take
Bye.
care, everybody. Bye-bye.